Got my hair cut today. Got it just before we left the house. Well, just before Angela came home. Here's Angela. She's driving. So, and then Daisy's in the back somewhere. She's hiding. There she is. There's Daisy. But yeah, we're headed up to her family to have holiday on steroids, day 1. I can't record anything, but we're gonna go have some fun anyway. I'll tell you all about it. Maybe. It might swear me to secrecy. Okay. So Thanksgiving Eve night, we're watching Son-in-Law. A tradition for Thanksgiving.
And I think I know why.
And over here is our panorama. We got the cat asleep. Angela's asleep. Dog's asleep. And even Panther's asleep. I'm the only one left. Alright, pray's about to start. They got her singing this. Feels a little wicked this morning. And panning over. Everybody's dressed in red. Daisy looks tired. That's right, we all dressed in red today. Chiefs. Spider-Man's coming through New York. It's Spider-Man during the parade. I always love the Spider-Man balloon. FYI, I thought you all might find this really interesting. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, they were showing some photos of him yesterday on the recording of the new Doom movie that's supposed to come out in December of next year. So I'm really looking forward to this. This might be really good. I love this. This is awesome. Heck yes, that's awesome. Snoopy! We can't miss Snoopy. I like it.
Coming up, the all-new Pac-Man balloon debuts, plus a performance by Busta Rhymes, and soon...
The Rockettes!
Little monsters, more than 600 dancers are here with the tribute to Lady Gaga.
I think that's the Rockettes, but I'm not sure.
It's the Spirit of America Dance Stars.
No, Spirit of America Dance Stars, not the Rockettes. Still, that's freaking awesome! Alright, we got the Stranger Things float. Freaking A. Hi, it's Pac-Man. We got Pac-Man now. Okay, now we got the Ninja Turtles. They're showing a lot of awesome right now, guys. Turtles. We're out here for the lighting of the hotel. So now the courthouse lit. Oh, this is open. We got some open businesses, so we're checking stuff out. We got hot chocolate and cookies. Cookies and hot chocolate. Cookies and, oh, sorry, hold on. There we go, cookies and hot chocolate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. There it is, it's lit. Usually they have fireworks, but they're not doing that this year. They had the company that does this had one of their fellow workers pass away, so they weren't able to make it tonight. but that's still pretty cool. So we made it. Get home now, watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Another Thanksgiving favorite. All right, and then we got our Christmas tree up. We got some of our other Christmas stuff up too. I got more to get up tomorrow, so I'll show you the other part of the house tomorrow. But got this up, so we've got some Christmas over here, over here, over there. And then if you come in here, got the kitchen table set up. Got our Christmas up back here. So we look pretty good so far. So far. Like I said, we'll try to get some more up tomorrow and Sunday. We got to show off the table. So there you go. The table. All right, y'all, check this out. We did good. This is going to be Angela and our Thanksgiving. I just got to change this out. We got gravy, we got turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, some green beans, cranberry sauce, and then over here we got the yams. And then for dessert, we cheated and bought a pumpkin pie. So there you go. That's gonna be our food. Oh, and then of course, as y'all already know, the cookies. So that's gonna be our food. I did good. This guy's got everything lit up. He's dressed up as Santa Claus out here. Really neat.
Jingle bells, if you know it, sing along. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming.
That's cool. It's really cool. And it's right here in Sedalia. They got this house here in Sedalia. They have Star Wars. All right, y'all. So now I'm going to finish my video for this lovely weekend. Oh, yeah, by the way, Angela and I, we went out to Rockin' Sports, and I picked up a few video games that I'll probably try sometime this upcoming week, if not next week, or definitely that week that I'm out for Christmas vacation and New Year's vacation. So, because our factory will be shut down for a few days for, you know, holiday obligations for everybody. So we got Destroy the Humans 2. I've never played it. Never played the first one, really, but it looked interesting. So, and then we have George of the Jungle, which was a cool find, I guess. And then we have The Last of Us. So, which I have never played, but I've been wanting to. So there's that. And then I got this out of the shed. I just need to put it up. This I got from that one children's bookstore that I was telling you all about in my previous videos. So we got this of Caitlin Clark, which will be here in this lovely gaming room or entertainment room. I shall keep it down here. And then I got this book, which I want to get a Goosebumps book and then make a shadow, what do they call that? A shadow box with them in it. and then put those somewhere in here as well, because they kind of got me started in horror, into liking horror movies and horror books and all that stuff. So Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then I'll get a Goosebumps book, and then what was that other book? There's another one I want to get to. But anyway, but I didn't know that Are You Afraid of the Dark was actually a book series. And then I was talking to the guy up there, and he's like, yes, in fact, it was probably a book series before it became a television show. I did not know that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely interested now. You've got my interest, so I got the book. So I'll have more to show you guys on the next video, I am sure, but I'm going to wrap this one up and get it out there. So here we go. So let's wrap this one up with the question of the day. Or the week, I mean. Question of the week. I used to say questions of the day a lot. But now it's just the question or questions of the week. Just depends on how long it takes me to answer one of these. When you have to study for a test... Oh, we already answered that one. I remember that one. What is a common topic at your dinner table? Common topic. Well, normally Angela and I... Ooh, that made a weird sound and it made me goosebump. At the dinner table, when Angela and I are actually sitting together, because a lot of times she's working and I'm working, but we do meet up at some point. And sometimes the dinner table might actually be the two of us gathering around the television set more than it is the dinner table. But nevertheless, conversations that we normally talk about are our plans for the week, our plans for the day, mainly the weekend, though. We mainly talk about the weekend or the upcoming week. And we often also discuss how our day is going, that kind of stuff. Our agendas for the day, or well, I already said that. Our agendas and how our day went, and what we might need to focus our money in on at the moment, like as far as what bill needs to be paid or whatever, you know, that sort of thing. Or if we got an appointment that's coming up soon, reminder, hey, I got this appointment coming up soon. Different things in that regard. So we talk a lot about that. Who is your favorite dancer? I don't have one. I honestly do not have one. I don't even know any famous dancers. So there you go. Don't think I have one. I guess if we're talking about... Are we talking about singers? Because those are the only ones I know that would be dancers. But they're not really paid for... It didn't say you have to be paid, though, because it didn't say professional dancer. So, I guess who can dance the best? I would say Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson probably was the best dancer that I can remember. Still is, as far as I'm concerned. He's probably the best. So, I'm going to go with Michael Jackson. Did you do anything special for... Did anyone... Or, yeah. Did you do anything special for your 16th birthday? Oh, gosh. You're asking me to remember all the way back to my 16th birthday. Honestly, yes and no. I mean, I got a big cake that said Big 16 on it. Of course, went out for my driver's license, and I think maybe a couple days after my birthday. You know, because then you're 16, you can drive, right? So that's the next big thing is getting your driver's license. But I mean, outside of those things, no, not really, not anything major, no. But I mean, it was still very celebrated. I mean, like I said, I got a big 16th cake like everybody else. My uncles and my parents were making a big fuss about me turning 16, so I had that. But in all reality, I mean, the only thing major was going out to get my driver's license. After that, everything else is pretty much normal. Life was normal. You're still a teenager. You still can't go do certain things. You're still not 18 yet. You're still not graduated from high school yet. So there you go. It was a big feat, but it wasn't as big as people make it out to be. And it definitely wasn't a sweet 16 as everybody makes it out to be either. I think in fact, my advice to a lot of people who make a big deal about their sweet 16, or they're trying to make a big deal about it, wait till you're 18. 18 is so much better. 18, or better yet, 21. Because, I mean, it's just so much better. It really is. Yes, both of those ages mean that you're an adult now, or more of an adult now, so you have more and more responsibilities, which can suck. But I mean, it's a big milestone. Probably your 18th and your 21st are bigger milestones, in my opinion. I would say of the two, though, I would say 18. 18 is probably the biggest milestone of your life. Or at least it is of mine as of right now, but I'm about to turn the big 40 next year, so that might be the big milestone. As of right now, though, the big milestone was when I turned 18. It made me into an adult, and now I kind of want to go back and say I'm not 18 yet. There are days when I'm wanting to say, nope, I'm not there yet. Nope, I want to go back, redo, go back to high school and just do. I'll gladly write those 5-6 page papers now. I won't complain about it. They sound a lot more fun now than what they did back then. If you wrote your will right now, who would be your beneficiary? Well, that would be Angela, without a doubt. I mean, that's easy. It would be Angela. Why wouldn't it be? What talent were you gifted that comes natural? Writing stories. I say that's been my gift. And unfortunately, I'm not brave enough to get published, or I haven't been brave enough. I'm trying to get there now, but I need to keep going. But I have a gift that I can write stories, and people like to read them. They actually like to read some of my stories, so I'll take that. I just need to, like I said, I need to get braver and publish it so that way more and more people can read them. So, but we'll get there. And I think we have time for a few more. Let's see here. Have you been disappointed by something you anticipated to be bigger than life? Oh, I'm sure there's a few times I've been disappointed. I just can't remember the last one. That's the thing. But yes, I know there's been times when I've been disappointed. When I thought things were going to be a lot bigger than what they were, or bigger events. And I get there and like, that's it? That's all there is to it? That's it? I know there's been a couple events around here where I've went to them in different towns. And like I said, I can't remember the names of them now. But I was like, ooh, that sounds like a whole lot of fun. Yes, I'm totally down with it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to have such a blast. It's going to be so much fun. And then that day comes and I show up to that event and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the best day ever. And then when I get there and then it's like, yeah, there's really nothing here. There's just a couple vending or places that you can go get food. and they've got a place there where they're singing country music or bluegrass, but it's a band that I've never heard of before. And, you know, of course, I'm going to stick around probably and listen to a couple of songs. But all in all, I'm like, this is all there is to it. You all said this is going to be a major event and that people need to show up and there's going to be all kinds of stuff. And when I show up here, all that's here is like a couple of people selling food. And there's free concerts. And mind you, it's probably like mini concerts where the guys just go up there, sing a few songs, and then they get off the stage. So I don't know. That's where I am there though. It's just like, yeah. So I think I'm gonna stop with that. I'm 12 minutes in. Do I want to answer one more? I could answer one more. I guess I will. This will be the last one because it's number 500. So, if you could be an explorer, what would be your expedition? Honestly, I would love to do. I don't know if it's necessarily an explorer or not, but it would be a lot of fun for me, I think. I would love to tour different places, not just in the United States, but all over the world, really. Different arenas and sports venues, as well as different theme parks. I think that would be a lot of fun because you kind of get an idea of the culture in that area, but at the same time, the culture, their entertainment, but at the same time, you also learn more about the sports in that area, about the teams in that area, the camaraderie, the food, all of that. You learn a lot of things just by going to those places, and they're a lot of fun. So it's a fun way to get educated about places, and you don't even realize you're being educated. That's the thing. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that and record it and put it all on YouTube. That would be a blast. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody that would be willing to pay me to do that kind of stuff, so here I am. But if they did, I'd totally do it. I think that would be a lot of fun. And of course, I would have Marthief Maynard come with me. He wouldn't have a choice. I would definitely make sure he was like a sidekick. I'm like, dude, you're going to get paid too for this. We're going to different places, and on top of that, we'll be going to different hotels and or places places you can sleep at night, so to speak. So we might be able to bring one or two for other friends with us. My cat, and it's not haunted. It was my cat, but anyway. Maybe we could bring one or two other friends with us, and then we could like review the hotels that we stay in as well and stuff like that. That would be kind of like an explorer, right? That'd be kind of fun. I'd be okay with that. Expedia could pay us for that. I'd be okay with that. We could definitely get paid by Expedia to be bigger YouTubers and go around to these different places and give our feedback. That'd be really cool. But here we are, still here. So, hey, if you're Expedia, or if you all like that idea and you want to afford it to Expedia or whatever, hey, go right ahead. Be my guest. I would love it. All right, so here we go. Plus, it would really make my channel jump up big time. I think it would be a lot of fun, and I would definitely... I mean, I know my editing skills would have to go up a notch or two, but I'm sure we could figure that out. It'd be good teamwork there. Or they could bring in their own cameraman, and we could really have a blast and still have a really big YouTube channel. I guess it would be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm still rambling. So here's my card for the week. We have the Knight of Traps. And this one is right side up. So let's see what the Knight of Traps gives us in this Ghostbusters tarot card deck. The Knight of Traps. Daisy has heard me. She's coming in now. Daisy, you're coming out of your shirt. I'm not sure how to fix it. She looks almost like... you'll have to see this. Hold on. She almost looks like... Come on. Up. If you can get up. She almost looks like Andre the Giant, the way she's coming out of her shirt. So I will pivot. So that's what she's wearing. And she's... Come here. She's about coming out of her shirt there. Crazy Daisy. All right. So now let's get to the bottom, to where I was at here. So Knight of Traps. We have Ace. So I know I need to go back. All right. Knight of Traps. This is romantic at heart, driven by the pursuit of beauty and creativity. While Dr. I know I'm going to butcher that name, so I'm not going to try. But anyway, while the Doctor may be a bit unlucky in love, he too is ruled by emotions. You may be making decisions based solely on how you feel about your situation. So I will definitely keep that in mind. It seems like that's kind of a good card to have, a nice card there. So we'll see. We shall see for the upcoming week. And I already forgot what card I had last week. It was the Page of Traps, because I did such a good job shuffling these, but that's okay. So Page of Traps, and I can't remember what that one was. Likely not possession. Don't be afraid of curiosity or emotions. You are experiencing, let the Page of Aura reveal new ideas brewing. So I did have some new ideas brewing this week, and yeah, it was, I think that one was kind of right on the money. I did have some new ideas that I was using throughout the week this week. So as time went on, but I think a lot of stuff though pretty much stayed traditional, especially with our Thanksgiving meal and all that with her family, which, by the way, we had a good outing. I'm not going to lie on that one. It was a good outing. Some things could have been better. Some things could have been worse, as far as that goes, which I think is like basically your traditional family outing, right? You're not always going to... There are always going to be things that's going to happen. There are going to be things that happen from time to time that you're not going to like. There are going to be things that come up that you're not going to agree with. That happens to everybody in family outings. But at the same time, you still try to be respectful for everybody in the room, right? Because you still love them. They're still your family. And they are still entitled to their opinions and beliefs just the same as you are. And no, I'm not talking about anything political or religious, because none of that ever got brought up in these family outings. Thank God. It was a really fun time as far as that goes. It's just other opinions, right, that kind of get... And I think a lot of that just has to deal with the fact, too, that since we don't really get to see everybody but once a year, and this is on my fiance's side of the family, but since we don't really get to see a lot of her family throughout the year like that, her cousins and uncles and aunts, you know, I can see why we kind of bump heads when we do finally see each other, because a lot of people have... There's so many different personalities in that setting. So, like I said, because of that, yeah, there are some there are some occasional head bumps, but all in all, it's still a really good family. It's a really good outing. It's a strong-based family. So, and I know push come to shove, if you ever needed them, they'd be there in a heartbeat to help people or help us out. So, I mean, in that regard, you can't ask for more than that. So, it was a good outing. In saying that, I don't know as Angela and I will see them next year at a family function. Time will tell. We don't know. We do know that we will probably see a lot of them at our wedding, so that is good. I can't say we're going to see everybody because things happen between, especially since it's like 6 months away. You think it happened. So, but yeah. So there's that. And on that note, I'm going to let you all go because I think I pretty much did and said everything I need to. So y'all have a good one. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.